Alright, this is going to be my video for the Disney's Lorcana Winterspell. I'm going to open this booster box and see what I get. Yeah, this is actually my very first time opening a Lorcana booster box. I actually do own a booster box from each set, but I've just kept them sealed just as a collection. The reason why I wanted to do this one was because I'm a fan of Stitch. He's one of my favorite Disney characters. And this set is supposed to introduce more of the experiments, which I really like. Yeah, so try and see how many experiments we can get. I have not actually looked at this set. I know it's already out on the app and it's been for a while, but I kind of wanted to do this opening and just be surprised by what I get. So I get these packs out. Angel packs, Tinkerbell packs, and then I guess besides Lilo and Stitch the series, this is also supposed to have, well, Darkwing Duck and what is it, Pocahontas. And Fox and the Hound, I believe. I can't remember. Oh, Mickey's Christmas Carol is also in this pack, or the set. Yeah. So I guess we'll get started. Just set some stuff up so I'm more organized than I was in my last video. If you haven't seen, I did some videos about the Lorcana official collector's guide books that recently came out. Yeah, I had to split it in 2 parts because I had some problems with my computer not recognizing videos as videos for some reason. So I had to upload them directly from my phone in 2 parts because just nothing would work. All right, so let's see. We got Todd All Alone. All right, and then I guess this is supposed to be the next next chapter of the like Magic Vines storyline. Again, I've never really played Lorcana. I've collected the cards. I've tried to play, but I can never get anyone to play with me. I'd like got him a few years ago. I got Pumbaa, Winter Warthog. Yeah, I was trying to get caught up with the story a little bit by looking back at Whispers in the Well. We got Morgana, Macabre, Self-Centered Spellcaster. Sometimes I don't even know whose side you're on, Darkwing said. The same side I've always been on, Morgana replied. Mine. Yeah, so there's the storyline of the magic vines that they're absorbing the magic. I couldn't find that many cards in that set from what I think Henwin's vision. He had a vision of one of the vines, but I couldn't really, otherwise it was like underground caverns. Yeah, that's all I could see just by looking at the artwork. But now this is supposed to be some kind of mysterious winter hit Lorcana. So these are going to be mostly winter themed cards. Okay. Maui Snow Slider. Scrooge McDuck. Miserly Ebenezer. So that's from Mickey's Christmas Carol. Donald Duck, Along for the Ride. And I think this is also, I'll have to check what I guess I wasn't looking for that. I think this set's also supposed to introduce underdogs, which are supposed to be cards that help you when you're going second in a game. Sometimes going second, you're at a disadvantage, but I think, again, I haven't seen too much about this set. I've saw some cards here and there that they release online. I think there's like an underdog for every ink, if I'm not mistaken. Chief Powhatan, Protective Leader. So that's Pocahontas's father. Gigi, Best in Show. So yeah, there's the first experiment. Forget what her number is though. But that's really cool. I did see we're supposed to have, obviously, Angel. She's on all the boxes and everything. Liquidator, Iced Over. Oh, right here, he's the underdog for Ruby. Okay. If this is your first turn and you're not the first player, pay 1 ink less to play this character. So that's cool. Willie the Giant, Ghost of Christmas Present. Again, this is from Mickey's Christmas Carol. Have we had ghosts before? I don't remember having... Oh, we probably did. The was that Whispers in the Well that had the 3 ghosts, but did they have cards? I know we had, like, I forget what that cartoon's called. Mystical Inkcaster. So this was, yeah, Shanzai's Inkcaster from all the way back in the first chapter. When she, she was teleported to Lorcana, and then she, like, inadvertently created a Glimmer of Hercules. I really like that design because it's an old ink pen, so that's pretty cool. And then Goofy, Marley's Clumsy Spirit. That's cool. And a piece of Stitch. That's cool. Alright. Now for the next pack. Alright. We have Game Preserve, Protected Land. I'm guessing this is Fox and the Hound. I haven't seen Fox and the Hound in years, probably over 10 years. Yeah, I probably only saw it once. Sarabi, Protecting the Pride. A Loving Mother, A Cunning Hunter, and a Fierce Warrior. Swordplay. So this is from what? Yeah, Black Cauldron. Oh, Negaduck, evil doppelganger. So yeah, the evil version of Darkwing Duck. So that's pretty cool. Another Scrooge McDuck. Nani, no worries. For a warming winter tea, add the following Lorcana spices to your cup: frosted peppercorns, silver cardamom, wishing star, I don't know how you pronounce that, anise, from Hannah's Herbarium. Did we ever get Hannah's Herbarium? I remember that in another set. Was that Whispers in the Well too, or was that earlier too? I think it was Whispers in the Well. Because you had, what, Saberwing standing in like a Venus flytrap or something like that. Pleakley, our Arctic Naturalist. That's got one of the ducks from the Ugly Duckling. I did see a picture of that, of Lilo and Stitch with like ice-made ducks and the swan from the Ugly Duckling story. This says, amazing. This storm has created all sorts of new life forms. I will call you Avis frigida. Judy Hopps, Snowball Patrol. And this is the underdog for Steel. Yeah. She's in a snowball fight with somebody. Lonely Grave. A frightening prospect of the richest man in town. So that's Ebenezer's grave from Mickey's Christmas Carol. Stegmutt, Clumsy Dinosaur. Huh. I actually don't know what he's from. Is he Darkwing Duck, or? I guess I'll have to look that up. Is he our first dinosaur, I believe, in the game? I imagine that's setting up Wilds Unknown, when they introduced the Toy Story characters, and we have Rex and what Pixar also did, The Good Dinosaur. I don't think I've ever seen that movie, but that would set up them. And then they did I think it was just called Dinosaur, old movie, so that sets all them up. I'm trying to think what other dinosaurs Disney has. Yeah, that's cool. Containment unit. What is that? Is Sprout? It's been years since I watched the show, but yeah, that's basically a weed experiment that just keeps growing and growing. Yeah, that's cool. So I wonder if there's a card for, I forget if it was a boy or a girl. But yeah, that's cool. Elsa, Concerned Sister. Sweet. Wow. Oh, and this is a lore card. Oh, and this an ad on the back for one of the puzzles. They have puzzles for every ink. These were out a while ago, but yeah, I've thought about getting these, but I haven't yet. It says, hey Venturo, am I okay? I'm more than okay. I'm having a blast. A huge snowball fight broke out in the town square, and it seems like every glimmer in Lorcana is part of the action. Stitch got his tongue stuck to a window and was pelted with snowballs. Any word from Shanzay? I haven't seen her since the storm hit. Warmly, Martin. So yeah, if you saw my other videos about the official collector's guidebooks, I actually didn't know there were lore cards introduced at all. Yeah, I've never seen them before looking at that book, so this is actually the first one I've actually had, so that's pretty cool. I still haven't gone back and read all the other ones, so I am probably missing a good chunk of the story. Brought scissors to go faster. We got copper. Go with Todd. Thomas. I haven't seen Pocahontas in years either, but I'm thinking he's from Pocahontas. Space cows. The cows are not what they seem. So that's from Darkwing Duck, I believe. Because it's Launchpad saying it. Beast Castle, Winter Gardens. So, Beauty and the Beast. Winnie the Pooh, Hungry Bear. There we go. Nearly Indestructible. First Stitch card, even though it's an action card. Chien Po. Stay right here, little snowball. I'll come get you when it's time for your date with Ling's face. Pretty funny. Hidden Trap. Wonder if that's a reference to something. Miko. Skittish Scrounger. I forgot I'm not looking for the underdogs again. Elisa Maza. I haven't seen gargoyles in years either. Transformed gargoyle. I'll never get the hang of jumping off roofs. That's pretty cool. Tamatoa. And this is a Whisper. And you got Launchpad, Trusty Sidekick. This says, Shanzay, I hope Tinkerbell gets this message to you. She seemed confident that she could. If I don't hear from you soon, I'm going to organize a Glimmer rescue party. This snow is no joke. Your hero, Martin. P.S. You gotta try Mrs. Cratchit's pudding. It's plum amazing. That's another one of the amethyst puzzles. That's something else. I don't know when they're going to introduce, if they do the other Tinkerbell fairies. Like, I forget what their names are. My nieces watch their stuff time to time, like Silver Mist or something like that. Got another Todd. Oh, got Lilo, Snow Artist. A Snow Stitch is like a snowman, but even hungrier. Nala, romping in the snow. We have I forget how you pronounce it. Iduna. This says, "Oh dear, look at the ice. Do you think this means?" So I'm guessing she's thinking it's Elsa doing it. We have Cinna, Vigilant Parent. And there we go. Stitch, high badness level. No more caffeine for you. Cool. Now we have a standard Elsa Concerned Sister. I didn't read the flavor text, but this mentions the vine is worse than I thought. I'll have to take care of this myself. So obviously the vines are consuming everything, and she's trying to figure out why. Gosselin Mallard, Curious Child, Darkwing Duck, Anna, Little Sister. This says, even in the deep forest, Anna could see the vine poking above the treetops. There we go. Reuben, Sandwich Expert. So that's cool. Another experiment. And Lilo, Bundled Up. My big dumb sister said I had to wear warm clothes, so I took all of them. And a Snow Fort. Dear Shanzay, I'm worried. I think my Elsa Glimmer is missing. I've also noticed a strange phenomenon. All the icicles in the trees seem to point in the same horizontal direction. I wonder if they point toward the same thing. Can you go investigate? Be safe, Venturo. So I wonder if this is in reference to the Concerned Sister Elsa. She was wandering around in the woods looking at the vine. And so there's a sapphire puzzle. Stitch, Naughty Experiment. Another Stitch. Percy, Pupsicle. That's the strangest creature I've ever seen. Grandmother Willow. Come Out and Fight. Yeah, this is from the other one. I wish I remembered what that was called. They're ghost hunters. Marching Off to Battle from Mulan. Piglet, Entranced by Snow. Amos Slade. Okay, so that Hidden Trap card is from Fox and the Hound, so that's supposed to be it right there. Okay, that makes more sense. Again, haven't seen it in forever. Another Liquidator. Darkwing's Gas Device. Mother's Necklace. Genie, Magical Researcher. And this is a Whisper too. Widow Tweed. Fox and the Hound. Tiny Tim's Crotch. And the same piece for Stitch. Strike a Good Match from Mulan. Tiana, Warm and Happy. Pot of Honey. Donald Duck, Nephew Fred. Mickey's Christmas Carol. Distract. Again, Mickey's Christmas Carol. Prince Naveen, Bundled Up. John Smith, Snow Tracker. So this says, interesting, these animal tracks lead away from the vine, but toward what? And I think right there, it's showing the icicles pointing in the same direction that was referenced on the other card. Scrooge's Counting House. Again, it's got icicles on the chair pointing a certain direction. Jiminy Cricket, Ghost of Christmas Past. Sven, Leaping Reindeer. Angela, Night Warrior. And Miko, Skittish Grounger. And a second piece. Looks like, what, Pleakley's legs right there? Alright, we have Dinky. Has the brains. Don't remember what he's from. Is that Fox and the Hound? Oh, side's kind of ruined. And Boomer, I don't remember. It says nail him, Boomer, socket to him. I have to look that up. Nakoma, Waiting Out the Storm. Pua, disgruntled pig. Is that the vine in the background? Taurus Bulba. I was hoping he was in this set. He's like the first Darkwing Duck villain. Looks like Taurus Bulba's new computer brain has the same old disposition. Honker Muddlefoot. The Terror that flaps in the night. That's Megavolt. Be cool to get a card of him. Darkwing Tower, Icy Headquarters. Again, all the icicles are pointing in one direction. Got Mushu, Sneaky Dragon. Simba, Playful Pouncer. I was practicing on jumping on Zazu. Let It Go. Lilo Rockstar. Was that Stitch's card too? From an earlier set? Was that the first set, I think? The first chapter? We had Stitch Rockstar. That's cool. And Squeaks, Cozy Caterpillar. And then, Dear Martin, hi friend. I'm just checking in to make sure everything is okay. The snowstorm hit the Great Illuminary hard, and I'm stuck until a thaw comes, if one comes at all. Do you have any idea what happened? I hope you get this. Archimedes promised he'd deliver it, but it's pretty cold out there, even for a glimmer. Yours, Venturo. Yeah, apparently they're sending out all kinds of glimmers. Archimedes and Tinkerbell. Snowball fight. So this is obviously the picture that all the other parts are going, because you got that, and now Pleakley's legs and that other one. Mother Will Protect You. Darkwing Duck. Darkwolf Dog. Got Launchpad as a bat. Force of a Great Typhoon. Mulan. Normal Tiny Tim's Crutch. Infra Pink Ultra Scan Specs. Winterspell. Chosen location of yours can't be challenged until the start of your next turn. Draw a card. Well, that backfired. Anyone know how to thaw an Illuminary? Shanze, an Illumineer. So is she the one that did it? On accident. And then a regular Snow Fort. Ooh, the Frozen Vine, Monstrous Plant. And I don't know, could that be linked to Sprout? Like I said, Sprout's a weed. Minnie Mouse, Mrs. Cratchit. Thunderquack. And then Timon, Snowball Swiper. And then another piece of the Snowball Fight image. We have Yao, Snow Warrior. Again, you got all the trees, the snow facing one way. David, Protective Snowboarder. Lumpy, Playful Huffalump. Egnar. So is that Elsa's father? Mickey Mouse, Tiny Tim's father. Cool. McHorn, Ice Cold Officer. If this storm keeps up, every neighborhood would be like Tundra Town. Copper, On the Scent. Wipeout. Terran, Magically Armed. So yeah, this obviously is connected to the, swordplay card I had earlier. Graveyard of Christmas Future. So that's where the lonely gravesite would be. Mulan, Resourceful Recruit. And Scrooge McDuck, Reformed Ebenezer. Cool. It's raised. It's cool. He's got the lore symbol on his hat. And then the Jumba piece of the puzzle. All right. Minnie Mouse, Spinning Skater. Fangmire, Icy Officer. And you got all the icicles and snow blowing one way. Hey Hey, Persistent Presence. More powerful, more beautiful, more hey hey. Maui, Snow Slider again. Blue Smoke. Darkwing Duck. Launchpad, Trusty Sidekick. Normal. Wisdom of the Willow. Li Shang. Valiant Leader. Vixie, Forest Friend. Stitch, Carefree Snowboarder. Witches of Morva. Believe they're, Black Cauldron. And a Nakoma. Hi, Martin. I got lost in the blizzard, but Tink found me and we took refuge in a cave. I made it back to the beast's castle to warm up with her and the other glimmers there before heading back out. Plum pudding, you say? I'll be right there. Shanzeh. Still need an angel card, at least. Or I don't think I even have a Darkwing Duck card. That'd be cool. Another Strike a Good Match. Another Nakoma. Another Come Out and Fight. Another Taurus Bulba. Another Honker Muddlefoot. Another Scan Specs. Another Simba. Is this all copies? Li Shang. Grab Your Bow. It's one I didn't have yet. Copper, Champion of the Forest. Bambi, Ethereal Fawn. Ethereal. So Whisper. Aladdin, On the Edge of Adventure. Again, you have the ice going one way. And the bottom of Jumba's feet. For regular squeaks. Zootopia, Tundra Town. It says, welcome to Tundra Town. Please respect the hibernating inhabitants and keep noise to a minimum. Zootopia Chamber of Commerce. Another Nala. Fa Zhao. Forget how you pronounce that. Is that from a previous set? I forget. Another Cinna. Another Launchpad. Big Mama. Clever and Calming. Another Hidden Trap. Another Mother's Necklace. Darkwing's Chair Set. John Smith, Undaunted Protector. Nani, No Worries. Dear Martin, hi friend. I'm just checking in to make sure everything is okay. The snowstorm hit the Great Illuminator hard and I'm stuck till a thaw comes. So this is one I already have. Boomer has the beak. Okay, so yeah, this is Fox and the Hound. Pocahontas, Finding the Way. That Pocahontas card. Isis Vanderchill, Ice Queen of St. Conrad. Darkwing. Regular Goofy, Marley's Clumsy Spirit. Another Blue Smoke, another Nani, another Elsa, another Gosselin, another Miko, finally Angel. There's the snow geese or ducks. Retro Evolution Device. It's great for reheating leftovers and it turns people into dinosaurs. So yeah, is that Darkwing Duck then? Because that's like the thunderquack in the background flying over. And Wisdom of the Willow. And a third one. Or second one for that one. Another Game Preserve. Another Lilo Snow Artist. Tigger Bouncing All the Way. Another Iduna. Kanga Peaceful Gatherer. So Whisper. Another High Badness Level Stitch. Another Wisdom of the Willow. Mulan Ready for Battle. Darkwing Duck. Drake Mallard. Is that the snow sculpture and the other one that Negaduck's destroying? I forget. Let's see if I can find it quick. It's probably buried. No, it's a different one, I think. Belle, Snowfield Strategist. Anna, Soothing Sister. And Jumba Jukiba. Oh, that's cool. That's okay. See if I can remember them. Okay, obviously Ruben. That is Cannonball, it looks like. I forget. That one, was it just Pacifier? I feel like it isn't. But that one could turn people into babies. That one, I forget, but that one's the one that I believe opens its mouth and creates a black hole. And then, is that the one? That's not Yarp, is it? I'll have to look that up. That's cool. I was hoping for cards like this, at least, where we at least get cameos of the other experiments. You know, if we don't get, like, cards for each one, but cards for each one would be awesome. But, yeah, still cool. I was hoping for one that I a card I wish they would make is from like the end of Leroy and Stitch, when they all, after they, you know, save the day and everything, they go to Lilo's house and they just do a family picture, and it's got all the experiments, or pretty much just the experiments that were on the TV show. I always thought that would be a cool, like, family photo, or Ohana photo, or whatever they call it, but just to have them all in there. But yeah, stuff like this is cool too. Because I feel like a lot of time, obviously, Stitch is the main character, but then I feel like then it's Angel, and then maybe Ruben, and then that's it. So it's cool that these other ones get some attention finally. Excuse me. And what? No, that's the first one of that card. I'll leave that there. A regular Aladdin on the Edge of Adventure. Another Sarabi. Another Space Cows. Another Negaduck. Chief Tui weaving a tail. Li Shang. Solemn Sun. There's a vine in the background right there. Another Winterspell. Mickey Mouse Snowboard Ace. Rabbit Fed Up. Like how he's wearing socks on his ears. Goofy, Klutzy Skier. So yeah, one of my favorite parts about this card, because this one is one I've seen ahead of time doing this, is that they put his laugh, or not really his laugh, his like cry whenever he's, you know, in danger. That was something I saw Ravensburger's video about making. They did a video about how they came up with cards and everything, and they said on the bigger ones that have a lot more text, kind of like this jumbo one, where they don't have room for flavor text like this one, they try to make a reference to the lore of the character in some of the ability names. So like his cry, so that's pretty cool. You know, get some of their quotes or something like that involved with their cards, not just the pictures of them. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, that's one of those things that I like, those small details. I'm trying to see, oh, is that Donald Duck crashed in the background, or he ran him over? I wonder if that's the sledding one, the Donald Duck, what was it, coming through? Or something like that. I forget what that was called. Set that aside. Maybe I'll get another one. Another Timon Snowball Swiper. Then Darkwing Duck, Drake Mallard. And there's Stitch's face and Pleakley's face. Another Yao Snow Warrior. Another Mother Will Protect You. Another Dark Wolf Dog. Another Force of a Great Typhoon. Another Entranced by Snow. Another Terror That Flaps in the Night. Grandmother Willow, Ancient Advisor. Cool. Yeah, was it Pocahontas and what, Hunchback of Notre Dame, or some of the ones I was wondering why it was taking so long for them to introduce, but now finally got Pocahontas. I think the whole gargoyle archetype should help set up Hunchback of Notre Dame. Gantu, Hamster Veal's Accomplice. That'd be cool to get a hamster veal. Snowfort, another one. Duke of Weaselton, or Duke Weaselton. Yeah, I fell for that. There, Pocahontas, Following the Wind. I like that one. And a Dark Wolf Dog. Another copy of that lore card. Alright. After this, we're 2/3 done. Still looking for an angel card. A hamster veal card would be cool. Alright. Stitch Naughty Expert again. Or Experiment, sorry. Another Pupsicle. Another Disgruntled Pig. Another Beast's Castle. Another Distract. Another Tenacious Tracker. Slushy. Glacial Guster, awesome. Another Experiment. That's awesome. Another Wipeout. Christopher Robin joining the fun. Do you want to build a snowman? So what, I have that Anna? But I don't think I have that Elsa yet. I think those are cards. Pete, Ghost of Christmas Future. Mickey Mouse, Tiny Tim's father, again, and another Jumba. Alright. Another Squeaks. Another Pocahontas Finding the Way. Another Ice Queen. Hercules, Spectral Demigod. Whisper. That's cool. Another Peaceful Gatherer. Darkwing Duck, Crime Fighter. That's cool. There we go. Angel, Siren Singer. Cool. Another Gigi. Rafiki's Bakura Staff. Bakura. Yeah, I like how it has bonk for hitting people on the head with. Morty Field Mouse, Tiny Tim, that's cool. There, Ohana means family, so this is the one I was talking about earlier where they're reading The Ugly Duckling and then they have the ice. cool. Graveyard of Christmas Future again. So this says, Shanzay Venturo told me about the frozen vine and how it might have a connection to this winter storm. Between snowball battles, I've been asking around to see if anyone knows where it came from. Did someone ink cast it? Do you recognize it? There are a lot of rumors going around about where the storm came from, but it seems clear that the vine is at the center of all of this. Quizzically, Martin. Another snowball fight. I wonder if the slushy card's supposed to be kind of part of this scene too, that slushy joins the battle, because they kind of have a snow fort building and the slushy card is a snow fort. I don't know how that'd line up. It looks like it'd be on opposite sides, but another Thomas, another sword play, another Agnar, another Tiny Tim's crutch, another McHorn, education or elimination, so yeah, that's what, Todd and Big Mama, Boomer and Dinky. Pudge controls the weather. That's cool. How many sandwiches will I need to feed you to make all the snow melt? That's funny. Keep the ancient ways. Darkwing Duck, Dark Warrior. That's cool. Marshmallow, Cranky Climber. So he's obviously climbing the vine. Scrooge's Counting House. Martin, you may be right about the vine. I heard back from Anna at the Luminary. She discovered that Elsa had sealed herself away there, fearful of her own power. Could Elsa have played a role in this sudden magical storm? Did she try to freeze the vine? If she did, why? And what happened that made her so afraid? I have so many questions. More importantly, did you save me some pudding? Hungrily, Shanzay. So hopefully get some more experiments or hamster veal or what, megavolt or something. Another Dinky, another Tiana, another pot of honey. Marching off to battle again. Another Tiny Tim's father. Another nearly indestructible. Another Vixie. Rue, Little Helper. Go with the Helpful Gatherer. Alice, Well-Read Whisper. Is she shrunk down? Because the flowers are taller than her. The books of a page. Or pages of a book, sorry. John Smith's Compass. Wreck-It Ralph, Raging Wrecker. And a Morty Field Mouse, Tiny Tim again. And some branches on a tree, which is what, the second one of that. Right, got 4 more packs to open. Copper again. Another Tundra Town. Another Persistent Presence. Another Nephew Fred. Another Hungry Bear. Another Bundled Up. Another On the Scent. Daisy Duck as Isabel. Flit. Reflective Hummingbird. It's cool. Kristoff's Loot. Grandma Tala, Connected to Nature. Nani's Payback. Yeah, so this is the icicles pointing in the same direction again. Okay, third to last. And it's one of each. Got another Boomer, another David, another Tigger, another Maui, another Blue Smoke, another Along for the Ride. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Might have crashed in Goofy's card. Although it kind of looked like he had a ski pole, so I'm not sure. Chief Powhatan. Launchpad, Hideout Defender. White Rabbit, Late Again. Todd, Playful Kit. Beast, Snowfield Troublemaker. And David again. And the top of Stitch's ear. Alright, second to last. It'd be cool to get another experiment or two. If they're in this set. Another Aladdin on the Edge of Adventure. Another Pumbaa. Another Lumpy. Another Faju. Chow. Another Chief Tui. Another Launchpad. Nani, Stage Manager. Oh, so this is the stage manager for the Lilo Rockstar, because you can see the shadow of Lilo on her drum set. Scrooge McDuck, Ghostly Ebenezer. Splatter Phoenix, Rejected Artist. There, Dr. Hamsterville, Infamous Scientist. Cool. Oh, Chernobog, Unnatural Force. And Hercules, Spectral Demigod. Dear Shanzay, I left the Illuminary. I would have stayed, but it got so strangely cold, all of a sudden, colder than when the storm first hit. I'm enjoying a bowl of Mrs. Cratchit's soup at the moment. You need to try it. Before I left, I saw that Anna had arrived to look for Elsa. I hope she finds her. Best, Venturo. Alright, last pack of this set. This video. Alright. Minnie Mouse, Spinning Skater again. Fangmire. Macabre again. Another Goofy. I think this is the first one. Tiny Tim's Mother. Another Solemn Son. Chief, Season Tracker. Another Big Mama. Another Terran. Kristoff, Icy Explorer. Olaf, Snowman of Action. Trying to see who's in the background there. And Lumpy. And Lilo. Alright, so yeah, that was Lorcana's Winterspell set. That's pretty cool. I'll probably look up the rest of the set to see what other experiments they actually had in this set. But yeah, pretty cool to see, you know, Slushy, one of the more minor experiments, get a card, and the Jumbo one that he's got multiple experiments around him. So I really like that. So yeah, I guess I don't plan on doing many booster box openings. Maybe if you guys want me to, I could. But otherwise, yeah, I mostly just collect the booster boxes, keep them sealed. But I really like doing, like looking at the artwork of Lorcana cards and figuring out how all they're connected, like the whole Nani stage manager and the Lilo Rockstar and all the storylines. I've been thinking about doing a video about like the top 10 cards I'd like to see in the future of Lorcana. And I was thinking about doing another video of like looking at each card's artwork all the way from like the first chapter and everything, and just seeing all the different details and all the art and just breaking them all down. But yeah, let me know what you think. Got some pretty cool cards, I think. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. Let me know what your favorite card was that I pulled, or what your favorite card from the set is. Thanks. Bye.